Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you hear me? I stand here today as a woman, but more importantly, as a Muslim woman. A woman whose faiths and beliefs are constantly under attack. A woman who is judged and feared by the way I dress. A woman whose community is cornered and victimized. Yes, that's right. The Prevent agenda means that every layer and fabric of society is filtered through and it intimidates. But I stand here in front of you to tell you that truth and justice will never be silenced. And I am pleased to see so many different people here, and I am honoured and privileged to be stood with such wonderful souls. We've witnessed in Afghanistan, and we witnessed in Iraq, and we witnessed in Syria. In the name of national security, till this day we drop drones over villages in Afghanistan and call it collateral damage. In the name of national security, 500,000 children lost their lives in Iraq. And now in the name of national security, we witness Syria. There is in the world now more refugees than there has ever been in history before, and it speaks volumes. I believe in a faith that teaches me compassion and mercy. I come from a faith that has upheld a tradition for upholding justice throughout history for over 1400 years. And I want to give a few examples today, and I hope it will open up your minds and allow you to see Muslims as humans in a time where we are dehumanized and Islamophobia is increasing and outrage is selective. Zain Zohar, an academic, says, when the Muslims crossed the streets of Gibraltar in the Iberian Peninsula, the Jews saw the Muslims as liberators from persecution. And I want this to resonate and fill the air, because we are people of justice and tolerance. So please do not believe the lies that you are fed. Also, another point to note, and my final point, is that Syria housed 3 times as many refugees as Europe now before the war. It is hard to see things outside of the box and to humanize a people who are labeled and dehumanized. Perhaps because they have no homes anymore. Perhaps because their lands have been pillaged and people have been massacred. But let's not forget, their hearts still beat like our hearts. They still feel and think the way we do. And they are human, and their lives and well-beings matter equally. They have become numbers to us. They have become statistics. But let's make so much noise until we bring back to life the true concept of justice. Cameron says that we are terrorist sympathisers. We are not terrorist sympathisers, we are human sympathisers. I would just like to finish on a poem that I have written, and it's called Refugees. I speak from the belly of the beast. The beast is tyranny, and I will tell you, speak not to me of humanity, for humanity has forsaken me. Sometimes I look up at the sky, hoping that the sky will open up for me. A heaviness rests on top of me, and a pain that roars inside of me. It roars through the pangs that churn in my stomach. It's the weakness that filters through my veins. It's the release of water that wells up in my eyes. It is not a feeling of despair, but rather one of reality. A life not wrapped in luxury, but one hopeful of a better deal in eternity. Some may call it a catastrophe, but speaking from within, I can confirm it marks a man's integrity. Don't talk to me of humanity when it's clearly visible it's not to be seen. Those at the top look down through a screen. Some will point at me, others might help me, but very few will actually come and sit with me, listen to me and feed me. Especially now that association with me has become a dangerous territory. Yours sincerely, Refugee. Thank you.